Hi everybody, I am Himali. Welcome to the Art Independence Non-Clinical Therapeutic Art Journaling session number 1. Today we will start to understand what can we make in our therapeutic art journal. How is making art, doing art journaling different from each other? We will understand a bit about the scientific process of how the color intensity affects us and how we see different colors. We will talk about 8 main emotions and how to understand them. I will try to explain these 8 emotions with examples. This will be followed by an activity. Then I will give you a homework based on these 8 emotions itself, and I will guide you about it at the end of this video. How do we see colors and what is intensity of colors? We all know about the colors of rainbow, that is Vigor, violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange, red. Of this, we feel that the green color is like a neutral color, right? We feel really calm and cool. We see the color blue or the shades of blues. And we feel really warm when we see the colors of yellow, orange, or red. Red is considered as the highest intensity color or a color with high intensity, while violet is considered as the color with less intensity when it comes to these 7 colors of the rainbow, that is that of a natural light. Why is this so? This is because the wavelength of red color is more. Now what do I mean by wavelength? Means let us say that in 1 second light travels from here to here. Alright, so red color will form more waves. Let's say 1, 2 and 3, just for an example. However, the violet color will form maybe lesser waves. Let's say 1.5. That's the reason we understand that the intensity of red with which it travels is more, while the intensity of violet is less. Talking about this, let us see how our eyes see any particular color. So, from any source of light, let's say the sun, when white light comes out, that white light is actually a mixture of 7 colors, that is Vibgyor, right? So, not only one ray of light or one wave of light is coming out from that source, but there are 7 different intensity lights that is coming out from this. Why don't we see those 7 colors together? Because although their speed is different, it is somewhat same to each other. And so, unless there is some transparent medium like a raindrop, we won't be able to see these 7 colors separately. However, make sure that that white light that is falling on our eyes is actually a mixture of these 7 colors. Now, understand. Let's say there is an apple, okay, placed on a table. All right. How do we see colors is what we are trying to understand. So, when these 7 colors fall on the apple, all the colors except for red is absorbed. Only red color gets reflected and it goes into our eyes. Alright, that's the reason the apple looks red in color. So, apart from red, violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow and orange has been absorbed and only red is coming out. Let's talk about the leaf now. Fine. So, when these 7 colors are falling on the leaf, all the colors except for green goes inside the leaf. It is absorbed by the leaf. and only green color gets reflected, and that's the reason we see the leaf as green. Okay, what will happen if all the colors are absorbed? Let us say that all the colors go inside on maybe this table. That means nothing is coming out, right? And when nothing is going inside the eye, I won't be seeing any color, and the absence of color is what makes it look black. Let us say that the wall is looking white. Why is the wall light? Because when all the colors fall on it, all the colors gets reflected and nothing gets absorbed. That's the reason the wall appears to be white. This is how we see colors. Saying this, we understand that different intensity light is falling on our eyes. This intensity is absorbed by the surface, the inner parts, the nerve endings inside the eyes as a sense organ. And that will be transported to the brain. And depending on what brain associates its memory with that particular color, that is how we are going to feel. For example, when we see a danger sign, or let us say a stop signal, all right, what is happening is red color is falling on my eyes. Fine. So a high intensity color is falling on my eyes. Now this is absorbed, this feeling, this reception by the sense organ is absorbed as an impulse. And this high intensity color is taken to the brain. Now my brain will start processing and connecting with the memories of red color. So let's say if red color, which is of high intensity, has some pre-input memory of danger or alertness, the brain will immediately activate my body and asks me to be alert. And that's the reason red color is meant or used for all these places where you need to be alert. No, that doesn't mean that red means angry. Red can mean love as well. Wherever the intensity of the color is measured in a scientific way. However, we connect that intensity in different emotions depending on what we feel. And that's the reason the color is associated with our feelings in a subjective manner. Meaning, it can be different for different people. For example, if it's a rainy and a gloomy day, all right, and the intensity of how I am feeling right now is very less. If I see a sunshine, which is yellow in color, maybe at that particular time, I would like the color yellow. But just imagine that it is a very hot day where the intensity of my body is already so hot because it is so humid and let's say warm outside. Seeing the same sunshine might not make me that happy as what it makes me if I see it on a rainy day. Point being noted here is the color and its association with different feelings depends from person to person. At times, it changes in the same person at different times. What are these feelings exactly based on? The feelings can be different for different people again. However, there are 8 primary emotions that rules our feeling and our behavior and the way we act or think. Let us talk about these 8 emotions today. So the first emotion which all of us are aware of is joy. Joy, we all know that it brings us a feeling of happiness, correct? Let us say a person who is, let's say a kid, playing, or maybe you winning something, or you getting something that you want. All of these are examples of feeling the emotion of joy. The opposite of joy, we all know, is sadness, right? These two, being the primary emotions, are two of the 8. Let us talk about the third one now. That is anticipation. And the opposite of it is surprise. Let me try to give you an example where I explain the difference between anticipation and surprise. Let us say you have given some exam and you are expecting some result out of it. That feeling when you have not yet received your result, you think that, oh, it went nice, I should get good marks, or oh, it was difficult, I don't know whether I will get good marks or not. That particular feeling is arised because of the emotion called anticipation. Fine. So anticipation means feeling of waiting something for which you already have a context for. That is anticipation. However, surprise is something which you have no context for. Let's say you know that you're going to get a gift. It's your birthday and you are aware that, okay, I am going to get a gift. But you don't know what will be there in your gift. That gift is not surprise. That gift, according to me, is anticipation. Let us say there is no birthday, no special day, nothing. And on that day, if you receive a gift, now that is what is surprise. I hope I am clear with the examples of anticipation and surprise. The next emotion is anger. Now, I'm sure we all know what anger is. When we are expecting something and that doesn't happen, or something that goes against your will, we express this feeling of madness and you get all aggravated, and that is exactly what is anger. All right. The next feeling is disgust. Now, disgust doesn't mean that you are angry. Disgust, maybe you don't like that particular situation. All right, let's say a broccoli pizza. Now, the immediate expression is yuck. That is exactly what is disgust. The last two that we have is fear. Again, we all know what is fear. However, I would like to explain the difference between anger and fear here. I would take this example. Let us say I am very hungry and I have ordered some food on some kind of app, home delivery app. The app shows that in 20 minutes the food will arrive. Now I am hungry and I am waiting for 20 minutes. And if the food does not arrive, I will be really mad because I am hungry and the food is not arriving. At that particular time, what I am feeling, that madness, is because of the emotion of anger. Let us consider the same situation, but this time I have not ordered from some app, but maybe my some relative is bringing it for me. Let's say my brother is getting that food for me. All right. So the brother had told me that, okay, I am collecting the food and I will be home in 20 minutes. Now, if the food does not arrive in 20 minutes, although I am still mad because I am still hungry, I won't be angry. Maybe I will pick up the call and ask that, okay, where are you? But that where are you or why have you not reached home yet is not because of anger. But it is because I am scared that is he stuck somewhere? Did he didn't get a vehicle to come home? Is he fine? I hope nothing is wrong with him. That same feeling this time came out of the emotion of fear. All right. So maybe the emotion, maybe the behavior in both the cases would be same. I would be yelling at the person who is bringing the food. But the reason of that feeling, of that behavior would be different. Fine. And the last one that we are talking about is trust. Again, we all know what trust is. Trust is something that we want to agree to a person without questioning. For example, let's take when doctor gives us some medicine. Fine. We don't ask questions, right? What is this going to go inside my body? Where it will go? What it will do? No. We try to find out if there is some anticipation. Yes. But we trust the doctor. Similar things happen when we go, let's say, in a flight. We don't even know the pilot. And yet we trust him. We at times enjoy the view from the window. We at times go to sleep. Why? Because the emotion of trust makes us feel okay about it. These are the 8 emotions that more or less are considered as the primary emotion for all the feelings that we have. Now, the intensity of these emotions may vary, and there are yet many other emotions in relation with this, the secondary emotion, the tertiary emotion. Right now, we are going to think about this for our today's art journaling activity. So here is the first activity. As we have already understood the 8 emotions and how we feel about it, at least for 5 days, I want you all to make this table. On one column, write all the 8 emotions that we spoke about. And in the next column, try to write one event or something with respect to that particular emotion or with respect to how you feel for that particular emotion. Let me give you an example. So for today, for me, joy was talking to a friend. I was sad because I understood that one of my old neighbor is very, very ill. For me, the anticipation is the parcel that is going to arrive very soon. It was a surprise when my sister-in-law visited me today morning. I am angry because of the sudden warm and humid climate today. I am feeling the emotion of fear because I know that there is a lizard behind the door of my bedroom. I'm disgusted because I have a lots of art and craft product which is lying around, which I still have to get organized. And I feel trust that the music sir of my daughter is going to teach her and prepare her very well for the upcoming competition. Right? Once you write all this, take some colors and just try to feel the intensity of this emotion one by one and see which color matches that intensity. So let's say when I say that talking to my friend made me happy, right? So it was an emotion of a joy. I could connect that with the intensity of orange color. Now that can be different for you. Fine. Just pick up that color and make it around it. Let's say an old neighbor who is not well. I got that intensity which matches the green color. Now it did not make sense. Okay. Don't worry about, oh, green is a neutral color, orange is a warm color. No, nothing of that sort. Try to listen to what your brain is connecting with. Try to understand that, okay, anticipation of the parcel, let's say, that is going to arrive. Try to feel that. And then you can even ask your brain, okay, which color should I pick up while you are actually seeing all the colors in front of you. Your brain will give you an answer. The task of doing this activity is to try to listen to that answer. All right. And if it is orange again, it is okay. All right. It is absolutely fine even if you repeat the colors. Whatever your brain asks you to do, validate it without any judgment. Simply pick that color and color it off. just something like this in front of it. Okay, this activity is not going to take more than 5 minutes. Please give yourself the time and liberty to do this activity for yourself. If you don't want to keep this paper, you can simply do it on a rough page, tear it and throw it away. That is absolutely all right. What we are interested is letting ourselves to go through the process of understanding the 8 emotions and attaching some kind of color to it. Fine. So do this for 5 days. It can be done on any rough sheet, anywhere you want. The second activity is to draw an emotional mandala. Mandala is not just those beautiful pattern drawings that we see everywhere nowadays. Mandala is just not that designs in the circle which is available to color. Yes, all those are doodle mandalas. However, mandala means anything inside a circle. Mandala means a circle filled with different layers of your mind. Alright, man is mind. Mandala is layers of mind. Let us try to understand these 8 emotions and express them inside of a circle as a mandala today. Notice that, at times the topmost emotion which we are feeling is what we consider important. Let us say right now, I am feeling joy. That doesn't mean that the rest of the 7 emotions are not there in your head. It is there. It is just that those emotions are layered below. And we are not giving importance to those. Even the negative emotions, even the sad and the fear and the disgust are equally important to the joy and anticipation and trust kind of emotions. The problem is that when some superficial emotion occurs, we try to concentrate only on that. And that is obvious because that is what we are feeling at that particular moment. But art journaling is a great activity where we can give our brain time to think about all the 8 emotions which are there in us. It is an activity where we can validate them and put it out, express it out on paper. Alright, so this activity is, let us call it an emotional mandala activity. Try to express all the 8 emotions that we learned inside this circle. You can make doodles, you can make patterns, you can use colors of your choice. Anyhow, you can write words, you can do whatever you want to do inside it. No rules at all. It does not have to be those beautiful designs that you see around. However, if you want to make it look beautiful, go ahead. It does not have to be that concentric circles that you see in normal mandala design. It can be random stuffs also. However, if you want to make that the concentric design, that is also okay. Under any which ways, try to listen to your brain what it wants to tell you when it comes to expressing all the 8 emotions in this mandala. Take your time, use whichever color mediums you want, use whatever doodles, patterns, designs you want to. For that matter, you can even cut and stick something if you are willing to. Do this in your art journal. Give this mandala, once it is done, a title. You can call it anything. It is your mandala. It is your emotion that you have expressed in this. Feel free to share the image of this drawing, this art journal page that you have done with me personally on my WhatsApp number. And if you want to go ahead with it, we can talk about it. So this is the first art journal activity that you can do in your non-clinical therapeutic art journal. Awaiting your images, awaiting your emotional mandala drawing. Remember, you don't have to be artistic for this. You just have to be expressive. Even if it is not making sense to me, it is okay. As far as it is making sense to you, all cool. You don't have to go good and bad in this. You don't have to give reasonings to anything. Just dive into the process and enjoy creating your art journal page. Thank you very much. Bye.